The level of success you'll be able to accomplish and achieve is based on three things. Number one is your strategy, your story that you tell yourself that allows limiting beliefs, and number three, your state. So let's do a quick checkup on where exactly you're at and why you're not getting to that next level. And a lot of times it's the story that you hold about yourself in your past and who you are and who you're being. Guess what? That story is a delusion. It doesn't even exist anymore. Like literally the story doesn't even exist. It's just so much as like looking into the future. It doesn't exist. And people, will call other people delusional that want to meditate and manifest things and bring it all here now. But it's really the feelings. Because if you take the past feelings and you bring them here now, the abuse, the struggle, the bad relationships, all men and women suck now, the story you're creating, I've tried this before, it's not going to work, I want to give up, this looks like too much work, when will it ever work? All these things that keep coming in your mind is limiting you from taking action and creating the right strategy, because a lot of times that strategy requires having a certain skill. It's creating a certain skill and learning it in order to take you to the next level. And a lot of times if you're not able to move from the step that you're in currently, it's because you're missing a skill to get you to that next step. And once you figure this part out, then that door will open and you can go to the next step. So, and here's the thing. If we take somebody, let's do a quick exercise. If we take two curtains, right? Two red curtains, and behind both of the curtains are two different people. Behind curtain number one, someone that's depressed, sad. They feel sorry for themselves. Their whole life, everything is agony and sadness and pain and struggle, right? Can you imagine what that person looks like? What does a depressed person look like? I'm pretty sure we can all imagine that. Somebody's like slouched over, got their head down, kind of sad, not very happy. They're like not doing very much. They're just feeling sorry for themselves. Now behind number two curtain, right? We got somebody who's happy, who's motivated, who's driven, who's just taking action, consistently doing, going to the gym, just excited to be in life, being present with people, looking them in the eyes, holding conversation, running a business, whatever it is that they want, they can achieve. What does that person probably look like to you? It probably looks a lot like Superman, right? Got a little big S, their chest is puffed up. Well, here's another thing. Your state, your posture, like your body, that determines a lot of how you're feeling. That's your vibration. Those are your emotions. We were talking about vibration and manifesting things. The state that you're in physically, mentally, and emotionally is what's going to determine your state. And the moment somebody comes over, Mr. or Mrs. Yapper, and starts telling you, oh, why are you doing this? You're not good enough, blah, 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 blah. Maybe it affects your state. Because now the story kicks in from the past of, oh, this has happened before, this hurts. My ego is kicking in. I've had another experience where somebody did the same thing and shared their opinion, and I took it in and I took their critique so negatively that I stopped taking action and creating the right strategy. So you take, so that state, right? So your state, if your emotions are tilted, it's gonna affect exactly where you're going with your story. Your story starts to kick in as well. This has happened before. Why should I try it again? And that stops you. So it's important to do proper exercises of keeping your posture up. Actually, this one's already scientifically proven. If you just hold like a Superman pose for 2 minutes, the levels of your testosterone will increase for men and women. You'll feel better. And if you're looking up, like all of a sudden you just hold it. Do this exercise for 2 minutes a day and see how much you'll be feeling different versus depresso, espresso, and I need to get like 8 more shots of freaking cappuccino. I don't even know if cappuccinos can be a shot. Maybe they can. So as long as you're in the right state, you're not going to let your story affect you that much, because that story doesn't exist. You need to focus on the now. And your story is like, where am I heading? Where am I going? Yeah, you can change the story of the past. And it's like, you can take it, and instead of it being this negative thing that you experienced, now you've alchemized it. You're in the hero's journey. You have now leaped over. You've gained, through all this pain and struggle, a medicine that now you can share with yourself, because you've healed, you've done the inner work, and now you're moving forward. And that's every single freaking Disney movie, even Star Wars.